we are on part 4, which is the bag G, which is going to be some of these battery mounting locations and probably the receiver box, which we're actually not going to use a factory receiver box because it only comes with this guy, which is going to be hard to see, but it's only got 3 wire holes in it, and we'll have the steering servo, ESC, and 2 servos for the shifting and the dig option. But that one only having 3 holes in it, it's bound to get water in it and the last thing we want to do is destroy a receiver. So we're not going to use that. I've ordered a Traxxas one. I believe it's out of the Rustler. I've got it in all my other rigs. It's great. So let's dive on into this. And it says first we need to get this out of the way. We need this guy. 1, 2, 4 of these. 2 of these extendos, which we'll probably actually use these bigger extendos. I don't know how big Tommy's battery is. I don't have it with me, so we're gonna run these guys and we'll probably end up having to take them off to run the batteries in them later down the road, but for now we're going with these. And these extenders will sit on the edges here, and then you just run the 4 screws into it. I'm gonna pull out the handy dandy drill. Makes life easier, faster. I enjoy it. So we'll start with running these screws into it. So we're gonna leave those floppy for now. And then we'll come in. You can see this piece moves to help if you got a shorter battery or a longer battery, to help keep it from sliding off when you're out bouncing around on the trails. So we're gonna extend these out all the way, hoping that they'll hold his big 60 something milliamp batteries, or 6,000 something milliamp batteries. Specifically, dimensionally for like batteries, which aren't bad, but those are electronics, and we will not be, so we'll stay away from those. There's 1. And 2, we are definitely not going to put the small boys on there, mainly because there's no need. So next we got the battery strap, and I always get confused on how these run, but you'll go in, around, back up to itself, and then I just like to hook it back to how it was basically molded, or whatever you call it. And you've got, I don't know if you can see these little nipples, so if we can zoom this in, you've got little nipples here and here that will sit into the little dimples on the back of this. And you want this side facing down, which is strange because when you buy them RTR, they're actually, this is facing the back. Sometimes you gotta finesse the plastic because of shipping. And then we've got 2 more of these. What are these? 8mm and 3x8mm. And that will affix it to this chassis brace. Alright, so there's 1 battery tray, keeps it from sliding forwards. This pretty much keeps it from sliding out the back. Shock towers do. And then we will go to the driver's side with the other one, and they want it facing out. And you've got the 2 holes, and these 2 holes from the underside are cut to recess the screw. 2 more 8mm. Okay, I'm back again. So something about this build series just doesn't want anything to happen or work properly. whether it be the battery die, the memory card run out of storage, or my laptop running out of storage when I'm trying to edit videos. But we're gonna go ahead and secure this battery mount here and act like nothing happened. Everything is fine. Eventually we'll get this kit built, come hell or high water. Okay. Y'all also let me know if this angle is not the best for build series, because I can always come in from the side view and get a little bit better up close. This is just what I assume people like, is the overhead view. I can do a front-on view where you got my ugly face in the frame the whole time, or I can do a side view where it's only the car. It's up to you. If you don't like it the way it is, I'll leave it alone. Alright, so the next steps after these are ESC, micro servos, blah blah blah. And now we are going for the inner fender liners, which I've already taken out of the bag over here. And we are starting with this fella right here, which surprisingly, well, I probably jumped the gun on putting the rear bumper in, but one screw for the rear bumper bracket. I'm going to remove that and put it back now. Front, and now we're left with the two screws that will go onto the cross brace. Let's see if I can, well, let's get the screws before we go moving this around. Two little stubbies. Turn this guy around. Can you see it? Yeah. And we'll set this cross brace, which you can buy these in aluminum as well. So there's your cross brace for your shock towers to keep them from wonking. Right, and then it's calling for this guy, which doesn't necessarily, well, maybe. We'll see. All right, we're gonna set this guy out of the way. We got 1, 2, 3 scale motor parts. There's your LS block. The other valve cover is the servo, and then you've got this guy, which is your pulleys and belts and all that mumbo jumbo. And this guy will sit into the front here. It's got 2 pins to snap in, and it gets a 14mm screw, which is this guy. Run it in through the harmonic balancer pulley into the plate. And there's that. And then let's attempt to Run these wires back. All right, let's go back and do some cable management real fast. Right, so you got your power wire, your power button, your ESC plug. No, that's not working. Wires. Yeah, that's fine. I can pull the wire back, put it next to it. You can do this however you want to. No, not a reason to it. Just yellow wires back on this, not crushing them, and pinch them. Like that. I'll say that. So now all the wires are pinched. Got that thing. Get the LS block. Sit back over top. Get it down in between those two, like so. And then for the sake of these screws being tiny, not wanting to destroy anything, you got one shorter one which goes on the valve cover side, which is the 6 mil. And then on the servo side, you've got one which is a 10 mil. Alright, and just like that, ouch, you've got your nice motor cover, so you can't see the motor, just the servo. You've got all your belts and pulleys and your movable air intake. So that's all assembled. Wires are loose and not being tugged. We were gonna end up putting the receiver box over here whenever I get the other one. So what I like to do is spin the drive shaft until you get the pin hole facing straight up. It makes life a little bit easier. These nuts have a threaded end and a smaller smooth end, just like the drive shafts. So these guys, these little circular spacer things will go on first. They actually go in, they kind of help that stub shaft from flexing up and down, which will keep it from breaking. Well, probably not keep it from breaking, but make it harder to break. So you slide that guy down in there. These are a 1.5. There's no need to Loctite them, as the wheel hex will sit inside of it. And you just tighten that down. Make sure it's not coming out the back, you didn't over tighten it. And you do that 3 more times. If you see what I did there at the end, when I put the hex on, it kind of went on crooked. So I just held the pin down with the bit and spun the drive shaft until it slid down into the hole. And that was fairly simple. So now we've got tires, and I wrote on them that is the right front. This guy will go here. Okay, just like that, we have a almost functioning vehicle. Wheels installed. and we've got the whole shebang just about built. The only other thing left to do is to put the body on it. I gotta swap over a couple things from the kit to the old body, like some fenders and stuff. I'm not gonna do that on camera because it's gonna fight me. I'm gonna get pissed off, and I'm not doing another 45-minute editing job to get rid of all the bad stuff. So this is it. This was part 4. Keep following along. I will do a unveiling unveiling video. We're gonna surprise him. He doesn't know that I'm building it right now. I told him I probably wasn't gonna be able to get to it for a couple weeks. So we're gonna put the body on it. I will take it to him, and we will do a video of me showing it to him for the first time and letting him drive it. So stay tuned. Appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you soon.